So today I'm filming a not so nice video, but I'm dressed super fancy because I had just come back from my job interview, which I really hope I get this job. Oh my gosh. If you're new here, my name is Layla. I upload every Sunday and Wednesday, so please click the subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. So today's video, as you can see from the title, is something that happened really recently. I am actually going to be sending this back today. I'm going to the post office after I film this video. That's why I wanted to do it now. And it's getting a little cloudy, but bear with me. I'm going to be doing close-ups of the bag as well as showing it to you guys right now and showing you guys what basically happened to me, and hopefully you learn from my mistakes and don't do this, because honestly it's not worth it. It's better just to spend whatever money you're going to spend and at the department store. Like for me it's Holt Renfrew. So basically I purchased this bag off of eBay. I've had nothing but great experiences on eBay because I usually purchase consigned, so that means I purchase like secondhand goods or like secondhand luxury, basically consigned products or stuff that people had in their closet and they decided to get rid of. Basically that's what I've been into these past few years, just because I don't like, you know, going to the store and paying for taxes and all of that. So I've been purchasing off of eBay, and normally I really watch out for the sellers, read their feedback, all of that good stuff, and usually I purchase from Japan because they have really strict rules against counterfeit items, and most of their most of their online consignment shops are actually physical consignment shops in Tokyo and Nagasaki and Hiroshima and wherever. So I've had nothing but positive experiences. They're all fully licensed, and I highly recommend purchasing from Japan. And I was reading a lot of purse blogs and stuff like that, and everybody else had really positive experiences. But this time around, I decided I would purchase from Italy because, you know, Givenchy, Italy, like, it just makes sense, right? So I found the seller that was selling Celine, Louis Vuitton, Givenchy, Gucci, and Dior, I believe. And their stuff was pretty, like, discounted. I want to say, like, this bag in Canada retails for $3,400, I believe, right now, and then that's not with the tax or anything. So as you can see why I didn't want to purchase this at Holt's. So this bag on eBay, I did get it for about 1,800 Canadian, which the American price, I think it was like 1,200 and something. So like a significant discount. Obviously it came from Italy. I had to pay customs. It came within like 3 days. I should have, like, honestly thought of it as like a red flag, like, why is this bag so cheap? The seller had like 99% positive feedback. A lot of people had said like really positive things to them, and that's why I decided to purchase this bag. I didn't really think twice about it, and it was really late at night. It was kind of like an impulse purchase. I wanted this bag for so long. So how did I authenticate it? I've never owned a Givenchy bag in my life. I've owned Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Celine, what else? Alexander Wang, and then, you know, like the cheaper brands like Michael Kors and all that stuff. So I haven't owned a Givenchy bag ever. So I didn't really have anything to go by other than my other expensive bags and how they smell or whatever, but this bag just sort of smells a little off. That was the first thing that I noticed. And I had contacted a couple consignment shops that are around my area on Instagram, and they are like highly reputable, and I 100% recommend them, but I'm not going to say their usernames in this video unless they want me to. If you're watching this video, thank you guys so much for your help, and I will shout you out in the future if you want me to, but I just don't want a lot of people coming to you and be like, hey, can you authenticate this for me? Hey, can you? Yeah, so I mean, thank you for helping me from the bottom of my heart. I am like so happy because I would have never known. So I did my research on this bag, obviously, before I purchased it. I did my research on like the material that it's made out of, the serial numbers, what they mean, all of that good stuff. I think the serial numbers are very similar to the Louis Vuitton serial numbers because they are both they're both by LVMH, I think. Louis Vuitton, Monet, Hennessy. They're from the same kind of like umbrella brand or whatever. So they have the same sort of serial numbers. basically these two brands. So I was very familiar with the Louis Vuitton one. Louis Vuitton is probably like my most purchased brand, so I was very familiar with the serial numbers. So I sent pictures to these two consignment shops, and basically one of them, oh my gosh, she went like above and beyond. I'm so thankful for her, and like I sent her pictures, and within like a couple days she said she was doing research on this seller that I got it from, as well as like everything else, and she found something, which I mean, I did my research too. Like I looked up the seller and everything, and it wasn't flagged on any like purse forums or anything like that. So, and I kind of thought that it would be if it was fake. So she had actually found out that this was a seller that carries super fakes, which means they are pretty much 99% identical to the real purses. They're made of the same leather. Like I said, this was sent to me from Italy, so it has like obviously leather from Italy. It was made in Italy, and it is like almost identical to the real thing, but it does have a few faults. I also took this bag to Holt Renfrew, and the sales lady, she told me that she wasn't allowed to tell me whether or not it's real or fake, just kind of like her thoughts, because she would get in trouble if she did. So I asked her if I could see this season's Antigona bags for spring and just compare the two. The only real difference that I could tell, and this was like the only giveaway, like honestly, she thought this bag looked amazing, and she was like, I'm pretty sure it's real, but she saw the zipper and she was like, that might be just a really, really well made replica bag, because the zipper of this, as you guys can see, this part of the zipper is not all the way down. Like it should not have this much of a space between the zipper, because like this part, the actual zipper, since this is actually a very heavy duty zipper, it will like seriously come off any moment, right? So there's that, and that was the only thing that she could find that was wrong with this bag. Basically, she showed me what the real Antigona is on the shelf. Like she showed me the zippers, and they were all clasped down, and she did tell me to take this to a shoe repair shop if I was planning on keeping it, which at that point I was kind of undecided, because this bag is really, really beautiful. And okay, the leather smell, or the way that it smells, my mom literally opened every single Antigona bag in the store. I was like, you know what, they all smell the same, they all smell like yours. So I thought about it, so I did take this to a shoe repair shop. The lady was like, I'm not fixing that bag, like it can't be fixed. And it's a shop that frequently repairs like luxury items, so I went there and she said, I can't fix that zipper. Like if I apply any pressure to it and it snaps, then it's my fault, and I'm not dealing with that. So I think you should just take it back to wherever you got it and get your money back, because that zipper is gonna fall off. She was really like blunt and honest about it, and she's like, just take it back. So yeah, everything down to the hardware on this bag is legit, like identical to the real thing from the new, like it has the detachable strap, like the D-ring. This part right here is embossed with Givenchy on it, and like the tone of the hardware, everything is like identical to the real bag. So yeah, I'm gonna go inside the bag and tell you guys another way you can like determine if you're purchasing a fake or a real bag. So the inside of this bag is a black like canvas type material. Basically the tag on the inside of the bag is heat stamped with Givenchy on it, and it says made in Italy. And so on my bag the heat stamp is really, really good, except the made in Italy part is really faint, and on the real bag it's very, very embossed. Like you can really tell if it's real or fake, right? But this bag is kind of iffy. Like the Givenchy is very clear, easy to read, it's imprinted really deep in the leather, and the made in Italy part is not so much. So going on to the serial number, this bag actually says ZED0156. So the second and last numbers are the year, so it was manufactured in 2016 and the 5th month of the year, which would make this bag available probably around like the fall season, which makes sense for the color. Although I did ask the sales associate if they had this color last fall, and she said no. She said they had something a little bit darker of a gray, like a more olive tone gray, so they didn't have anything like this last fall. And honestly, the serial number on this bag is really, really close So it's really, really close to the real thing because I looked at a few serial numbers on certain bags in Holt Renfrew and they all said ZED something something something. So Triple, like, it's not gonna fix itself. It's always going to be like that. It's probably going to fall off at some point, and I just don't want to deal with that. I don't want to deal with babying this bag, and it's not what I wanted. It's not like, I didn't pay this much money for a fake bag, you know what I mean? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this back to the seller. So there are like little flaws in the stitching on the inside I've noticed as well. Not too noticeable, but this is the like authentication booklet that it came with, and it does not have the sticker where it says like Givenchy Antigona, sugar leather, whatever, but I've heard a lot of European countries don't actually, if you buy your bag from a European country, it won't have a sticker on there, just if they're imported or something like that. And since this was sent to me from Italy, it makes sense that it does not have the sticker. They also come with this like little leather sample and this little booklet, this care booklet, that's in like different languages. I want to tell you guys a little bit about the seller. So she's based out of Italy. This bag came from it, but when I asked her for a return because I said it was not authentic or whatever, she kind of started like, she was like, okay, customer's always right, but you're wrong and stuff like that. Like, I will give you a refund, but I mean, here's my return address, and her return address was in New York. So, I mean, this bag came from Italy, but this lady's based in New York. Like, it makes no sense. It's a little bit shady to me. And yeah, she just spoke very broken English, just very fob English. You can tell that she's like Chinese or something. So yeah, no offense to that, by the way, you guys, because I'm Asian too, so I'm allowed to like complain a little bit, and she sold me a fake bag. So what can I say, right? So yeah, her English was just very broken and a little bit off. Like most Chinese sellers that I would talk to spoke to me in the same sort of manner when I had issues with like my purchases or whatever. So yeah, it's kind of a little bit shady, and she tried to send me like an authentication proof, whatever, that she got this bag authenticated, but the bag in the picture was a completely different bag in a completely different color, but it had the same serial number. So that was shady. She tried to send me a receipt, or like a picture of a receipt that it was purchased from a reputable retailer in Italy, but everything was blacked out, so I couldn't really read anything. So yeah, just a bunch of shady crap. And if you're watching this video, I obviously got my money back because I'm not going to post this. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye everyone.
Chain shine brighter than a strobe light. I'm tryna cocoa this don't